Just freaking light.
Clammy. Don't touch me. Get your filthy
hands
paws
off me. What's going on, guys? On today's overview, we're going to be talking about something really, really cool. Something that's just so brand new. It's only on a pre-order right now on the website. It's the KWA TAC-9 Gas Blowback Airsoft SMG. And we've been doing a lot of gas blowback stuff recently.
Yeah, this is like the fourth or fifth one.
Yeah.
Guys, what did we tell you? Gas blowback is becoming the new standard. Companies are just starting to catch up over here.
It's the way of the future, man.
The future.
All right, but let's get on into this gun.
Hold on. Before we do that, make sure you guys give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Oh, yes.
We're breaking up the system here. We got to tell you guys early because y'all ain't doing it. What's going on?
What's happening? You don't like us? You don't like this face?
My face.
I don't know.
You're the pretty one.
What are you pretty?
But guys, make sure you give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more airsoft content and pick up all your airsoft goodies at airsoftgi.com. Now, what were you saying, Isaias?
Now, getting into this brand new SMG. This is definitely one of the smaller offerings we've had out of all the guns that we've been talking about recently.
Yes.
This is going to be the TAC-9 Gas Blowback SMG. This should look quite familiar to a lot of you guys that have been keeping up with SHOT Show or keeping up with KWA's content. This has been teased for, God, like over a year now at this point. It's been teased for some time, but it's finally available right now on a pre-order status. But let's get on into the externals of this bad boy. And I gotta tell you, I was actually very impressed with this, especially when we talk about the price. But again, we'll get to that later. The gun itself is actually going to be using a polymer lower frame with a full metal upper. Now, this is supposed to be a stronger aluminum, but it feels way sturdier than just, your cheaper aluminums that are out there.
Yep.
It will be sporting a top monolithic rail. Again, enough space to put on any sort of optic you like on there. I have a nice Atlas Custom Works EG1 on here, just nice and chunky. I feel like it kind of fits the vibe quite a bit, and it also is going to be using KWA's in-house iron sights. Now, they're not going to be using the PTS sights that they've been so accustomed to with putting on a lot of their rifles and a lot of their other models, which I actually liked those sights, but these I actually really don't mind. I think these get the job done. You'll have the option, of course, whether you want to have them down like this with the dotted sights, or you can go ahead and have more traditional rifle sights like this.
See, for me personally, I find it really interesting when rifle sights have the pistol like irons.
Yeah.
It's cool. Practical, but in this scenario, with it being an SMG and you can remove or fold the stock, it does make a little bit more sense if you were to kind of punch out so you can get closer to the bore in aiming.
Now, if you really wanted to go that compact route, we should talk about the stock, because yes, it is going to be a folding stock, folds off onto the right side of the gun, but it is actually going to be held in place via Picatinny plate. It's a 1913, standard 1913 Picatinny end plate. And so yes, if you want it to be that troll, that contrarian, that puts an optic at the very end.
I thought about it in my head. I was like,
we all did.
I was like, I hope we just don't mention it.
Yeah, we have to, because there's going to be that one MFer that's going to do that. Just be like, hey, roast my build. Here, bring roast my build series back. Anyway, there's always going to be that one guy that puts it at the very end of his stock, right? Tries to use it like that. You're not funny. It's not clever. I've seen it done a million times. Another thing, too, to note is going to be the handguard on here. It is going to be M-lock on here, both on the sides and on the bottom here, and will come included with this nice KWA vertical grip.
On the 3, 6, and 9.
3, 6, and 9. I actually like this.
Damn, they fine. Hey.
Okay. Oh, man. Man, we got to be more serious when we do these things. But the vertical grip on here actually is pretty comfortable, I got to say.
Yes.
Just simple, straight, ribbed for his and or her pleasure. Very, very convenient. Very nice length, nice and girthy.
Yeah, KWA has actually featured this in a number of their airsoft guns, including their KO series, like the Eve 9, the Eve 4.
The Iris. So many of them. Honestly, that KO series is like, I freaking love those KO series. And this kind of reminds me of the KO series a little bit as well due to its design. But again, I'll save that for your portion of the video as well. Okay. Now, when it comes to the selector, you are going to be getting full ambi controls on here, in addition to an ambi mag release, which, again, always appreciated. I think that is,
Bolt catches.
Bolt catch is the only thing that's not. I was getting to that thing.
Oh, my fault.
No, you're good. Bolt catch is the only thing that's not, which, it would have been nice, KWA. But again, for what you're getting, all things considered, not that big of a deal, to be honest. Like, I'm not really tripping over that. I think the mag release being on one side is fine with me. That's totally acceptable. Yeah. Now, overall, in terms of the package as a whole, I actually really do like this. For those that were wondering, Tri-lug flash hider on here. This is a standard orange tip, but again, should be MP5 style, so you should be able to go and mount other other MOC suppressors on there that are compatible with this. Underneath it should be 12 millimeters positive threads.
Yeah, that's
a little weird.
Interesting
choice.
Yeah, but I do believe that is in line with MP5 or MP7 style MOC suppressors as well. 12 millimeter positive threading, clockwise threading. Okay, so it is very interesting. But there are options available out there if you wanted to change it up, which I'm fairly sure you would, because I would.
Hey, that's fair. You know who you are. Honestly, overall, I was very impressed with the package that KWA does provide in terms of the externals. Nothing feels cheap. Nothing feels like wobbly or loose by any stretch of the imagination. It feels really solid in the hands. It's not gonna feel like it's gonna combust at any point, or it's gonna shake itself to death. Which again, that's a big thing that I look for when it comes to a lot of airsoft SMGs and also airsoft rifles. I don't want to be a lot of play.
Are you holding this up with your finger?
I'm very nervous. For those that are wondering, I'm holding this because we had to struggle a little bit to get this to stand upright. It was a pain to get it to hold in place.
Let it go. Okay.
In God we trust.
Yeah. Have a little faith.
Have a little faith. All right, moving on to the internals now. Cisco, why don't you go and take it away?
As Isaiah said, the gun is built very well. KWA, since the get-go, has been known for their high-quality airsoft guns in terms of out-of-the-box performance and overall build quality. Now, I do have some notes that I will be referring to. Internally, it is going to be using KWA's new NS3 system. They have their
NS2.
Their NS2, their NS, which I don't think was ever labeled as anything.
I don't think so either, yeah.
So the NS3 system in particular is going across a wide variety of their gas blowback platforms and have been optimized for gas efficiency, especially with upcoming CO2 magazines. So out of the box, you will be getting a green gas magazine. This is going to be a KMP9 magazine footprint, but the updated version is actually going to have a wider front window. If you have owned KWA before, you know that you needed to pull this all the way down and load it one by one through the top with the speed loader or by hand.
Not fun.
Definitely not fun. But with the newer system, still locks to the bottom, and now you can fill it up with a speed loader or with your hand or just pour the bottle, whatever. Or if you have a bucket, just scoop. Yeah, right in there. And then you just press the button, it releases perfectly fine. It is a 48 round magazine. Again, out of the box, it is going to be green gas, but KWA is going to be soon releasing CO2 magazines, which is super freaking
That's sick, bro. I'm so excited for CO2.
I think CO2 magazines from KWA have been asked for a very long time.
Like, KWA has always been known for their robust build quality. Robust, right? My name's Ro, and I'm about to... Anyway, moving forward. Okay. Moving on. They've always been known for their strong internal and external build quality. Might as well embrace the CO2. They can handle them. Yeah.
To an extent.
I have faith.
Yeah, I do have faith as well. But with the NS3 system, it has been tested to be optimized in terms of performance and reliability with CO2. You are also getting more consistent FPS with the NS3 system and increased reliability and durability. Again, overall, they just wanted to make their system even better. And what we've talked about before with KWA being like a benchmark for airsoft, always having like high quality airsoft guns for the eras that they were released in, they're sticking with that trend for sure, and I think it is super nice. But another benefit of the NS3 system is that it is going to have a snappier, a stronger recoil. So the blowback is actually going to feel much more crisp when you are firing it. During my test firing, it felt really snappy. And this does, the TAC-9 specifically does have a short stroke bolt carrier.
This thing rips, man.
Yeah, it's actually insane. The trigger response, it's really crisp, but the rate of fire gets up to 25 rounds a second.
Yeah.
Out of a gas blowback rifle, SMG. Same thing. Guys, 25 rounds a second is crazy.
Yeah, we could attribute it to the short stroke, right? Obviously, maybe without it, it wouldn't be that fast. But even then, like, this shit shoots crazy quick.
Yes, absolutely. Which, I mean, the pros and cons, because you do run through.
Yeah, that's true. I guess there's
faster.
that.
But it honestly, like, there have been other gas blowback platforms that have shot where it just felt sluggish.
Yeah, I can attest to that for sure.
For sure, there are gas blowback guns that shot 7 to 10 rounds, maybe 12 rounds a second.
Yeah, I know the ones.
End. Yeah.
I know the ones. I know.
So, Yeah, that's honestly a really good bonus for it. You know you're getting a really optimized platform. And again, because it is a short stroke bolt, it is less weight for gas to push back. So again, just overall optimizing its overall performance. And with the hop up, it is actually going to be, again, updated as well. Previously, they had to use a key that was included in the box to adjust the wheel. Now, you can just open up the bolt and reach into the hop-up chamber, and then there is the wheel that looks like the grooves of a real AR bolt or AR barrel, like where the bolt meets, and then you just twist those grooves. It clicks into place. It's very tactile. It's a solid click. You're not going to have to worry about it backing out or anything.
So much easier than the previous model, than previous generations of gas blowback stuff out there, man.
Yeah, so overall, KWA coming out of the gate blazing hot, blistering hot, because of the welts you're gonna get if you got shot with this in full auto. But overall, I think it is a fantastic package. That, again, KWA, a testament to you guys. You guys have always tried to balance the performance with the reliability, and I think you have achieved your goal again.
Now, what exactly is this going to be chronoing at right now?
So chronoing out of the box with green gas and 0.2 gram BBs is going to be around 330 to 340 FPS.
Oh, perfect for indoors, man.
It's like they made it like that.
It's almost like it was intentional. That's crazy.
Yeah, but Isaiah, when you took this out to the range,
yes,
how did you think it performs? I forgot to mention that the outer barrel is going to be roughly 5 inches. The inner barrel is going to be 135 millimeters. That's slightly longer than a 5.1 high caliber.
Yeah. What'd you say? It's like closer to like a 5.3 at that point, right? Like,
yeah, literally just
a tiny bit. It makes me wonder though, like with a CO2 mag, I wonder how that'd be shooting, right? Kind of gets you wondering. But to answer your question in terms of bringing it out to the range, I have no problem with hitting man-sized targets at approximately 150 feet away. I have no doubt in my mind that this thing can get up to 200 feet. Probably would be the limit though. Yeah. But in order to achieve that, again, heavier weight BBs, make sure you dial in that hop perfectly beforehand, right? Don't do it the day of at the field and you're like, oh, I think I got it. Trust me, you never get it perfectly before. Always do it before you actually bring it to a field or before a match, right? Fair. But I actually am thoroughly impressed with the range that you get. This is exactly what I wanted in terms of the range and accuracy. Because again, at 135, yeah, you know what I mean? Like there are going to be limitations, right? You're not going to be getting the same level that you would be with, say, like a full-length rifle at that point, or even just like an SBR. But for what it is, it does the job perfectly. Again, this is tailor-made for CQB, and it does that job very well. If anything, it actually kind of goes above and beyond what you would expect a indoor-rated, right, if you want to call it that, indoor-rated gas SMG does.
I agree with that. Overall, I mean, what Isaiah said, it is catered toward CQB gameplay styles. I think it's a really good option for those who do play predominantly indoors, or if you're only able to go to like an indoor field. You know, it changes up your gameplay style. This is something that we've talked about numerous times with, especially over the past 4 or 5 videos with all of our gas blowback guns that we've been reviewing. The experience that you get while playing with the gas blowback gun changes dramatically, but this is a step up. 48 round magazines, super dope. With CO2 magazines to come, especially for those of you guys that don't have a local like shop where you can pick up green gas,
or if it's just cold or wherever you live, right?
That too.
You're playing in the wintertime, you want to bring this to an outdoor like field or something. Maybe have a little bit more cold weather resistance. But that kind of more or less answers the question, which was going to be, who do you think this was designed for? Ultimately, guys that typically play indoors or play in a CQB environment, that's like kind of an easy one as well. Yeah. But I would also say that this does make for a very interesting and cool sidearm, or secondary if you will, to someone that runs some sort of like DMR, some type of sniper rifle.
Stole the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say, with platforms like this, especially with how compact they are, yes, it is bigger than a pistol, but it is still quite manageable, especially like with our boy Taylor, who's notorious for running a whole AEG as his secondary. Yeah. This is something that gives you more firepower than a pistol, especially if you are doing a DMR or a sniper role where you're limited in like firepower in terms of like how many rounds you can put down range, or have a minimum engagement distance as well. Like platforms like this, SMGs or PDWs or whatever you want to categorize them on, same difference. But whatever you want to categorize them in, does make for a very useful secondary in that application. I do agree. I mean, there have been plenty of times where I ran a Glock 18C with like my DMR or a bolt action sniper rifle, and I'm like, screw this. I'm tired. I'm tired of this, and then I just run up. I'm like, where they at? Go. So,
and I would say you have even more compactability, if you will. That's not a real word, but you get the vibes. The compactability factor is even more so present when you realize that, hey, just take off the stock, right?
Yeah.
Literally just use a hex key, take it off. You just got plain 1913 Picatinny at the end. Just run it like that.
Yeah, right? Honestly, the way that I pictured it would be, if I were to use this as a sidearm for a sniper, ditch the folding stock, put a QD sling point there, obviously wear a QD sling point, and then find a weapon retention system for my battle belt. So I can still have it off the hip, quick access to it, and it's not flopping around out of the way or in the way of my maneuvering. So, I'm giving you some high quality ideas here, guys, okay?
This does kind of, like what I was saying earlier, this does kind of remind me of like something that would come out of the KWO line, right? The KWO original series. And that kind of goes into the next question too, which is there any perks to the original design? If you guys remember the video we did on the Vorse VMP2s, we were talking about, the fact that it's not based on any one particular system. Do you think that there's any perk for this being not a licensed product by any means?
Obviously it brings the cost down, which we didn't talk about cost.
Yeah, right. So the price of the TAC-9 right now is actually one thing that we did forget to mention, is going to be at about $295, which honestly, again, freaking worth it, my guy.
Yeah, with the quality that you're getting and the performance that you're getting, under $300 for a gas blowback platform that can do more than a pistol, I think it's well worth it.
Yeah, again, all my keyboard warriors out there is like, it's at 300. Yes, I get it. It's right there on that cusp. But it is, technically speaking, under 300. And again, for what you are getting, it is very well worth it. It is going to cost a little bit more, though, than the, VGS1X?
Yes.
The Vorsk version of basically essentially this. Which, again, it feels like it's not that much of a coincidence, maybe. Coincidence, I think not. That the VMP2s, the fact they're building off the KMP9 ecosystem, and this is just kind of revamping it from the source, right? Like, I don't know. I think we have a bona fide platform here, man. I think the KMP9 is here to stay for some time.
Yeah, I've owned multiple KMP9s, and I would say that system was fantastic every time I ran it. I never really got to use full auto except for like mag dumping and just like
it's rare
shooting range stuff, but trigger response always nice and crisp, very snappy. With this, I definitely felt the nicer feedback from the blowback system, which is super nice. And I think just expanding upon it, improving upon it, KWA did a really good job of developing the NS3 system and implementing it into this platform, especially since they already had the IP or whatever for the KMP9. So it's just like, might as well use what you got.
Mm-hmm. Now, the last question is going to be the easiest one. Do we like it? Yes!
Yeah, I like it.
Yes! I love this thing. Are you kidding me? This is so freaking sweet.
We sound so much like shells.
Where's Boaz? This, right? That's his whole thing, right? He's the KWA shill?
Yeah. Boaz being the KWA guy and the gas blowback guy, I'm fairly sure he would be over this. Like, all over this is what I mean.
Be foaming at the mouth.
I would say it is such a nice take, especially with the guns that we've been able to review recently, that it's just, again, me being the M4 guy, this hurts. It's nice to see something that's not an M4 because because we have seen
character development.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not. The platforms that have come out have really been well thought out. Again, I talk about these things that I look for when going into a new platform is ergonomics, usability, upgradability. Ergonomics, it's there. It feels like an AR platform. The controls are very similar, and it feels very familiar when you're using it. Usability, absolutely. This is obviously it's geared towards CQB, but what we brought up earlier, you could definitely use this in many different ways. I would honestly be ready to take this outdoors and just be a little bit more aggressive, move a little closer so I can make sure that I'm hitting my targets. It being literally, again, a 5-inch barrel, going to be able to reach 150, 200 feet, you're still getting good range and accuracy out of the box in such a compact platform. Now, upgradability is something that we need to talk about because KWA, they're not known for being upgradable.
I know out of all the gas systems that exist out there, right, everyone is going to cream their pants over the VFC and the Tokyo Marui MWS system. Trust us, we get it. If anything, we really like the MWS system too, and VFC is cool.
Yep.
VFC is absolutely banging, but KWA has always struggled in that sort of department in terms of upgradability, in terms of customization, modularity. But here's the thing, guys, it doesn't need it.
Exactly. What we said earlier, KWA provides quality and performance out of the box, and I think they do meet the standard that they are looking for, and what I would consider higher than what should be expected out of most airsoft guns, just because they take the time to optimize their platform, and it does show. Now, in the past, and I'm fairly sure in the future, KWA does have more expensive airsoft guns available. Considering this is $295, such a well-made platform, it performs very well.
Mags are already in existence, and more versions are coming out.
What's CO2 coming? It's honestly a really, really nice platform to see. Looking at it here, like, if I swore this was an M4 manual. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind here. I was like, wait a minute.
I'm seeing patterns now.
Like, honestly, if they can expand upon this and maybe release longer, like upper receiver sets, or, you know, something a little bit different. I mean, obviously, it's already modular. You can swap that out.
Yeah.
Pistol grip is molded into the frame, which... Pros and cons, I honestly really like the texturing and the angle of their grip, so I don't have any gripes with it personally.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
Yeah. Again, overall, it meets my standards of being able to use an airsoft gun, and I do really like the platform.
No, same as well. Again, I'm always looking for something more unique, something more fun out there. And again, the biggest issue with running anything that's not an M4 in the airsoft community is the fact that you're not going to be able to find parts or magazines. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
KWA, you don't need the parts. It already works good. Yeah. You can always get the replacement parts from KWA directly.
I was about to say that.
They always do that. Mm-hmm. And magazines are already in existence. So there's literally no reason to complain about this whatsoever, especially at that price point. And again, it is contributing to the ecosystem of the MP9 that already technically existed and is with contributions thanks to Horse with their VMP series is going to continue to be here for some time. So it's a safe bet if you ever really wanted to get something like this. Hell yeah, now would be the time, and this would be the model that I would say to get. It's just freaking sweet, dude. But that's just our personal opinion. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Make sure that you are leaving a like on this video and you are also subscribed. Make sure that you are hitting that bell icon so you're notified every time we drop new content on the channel. A lot of you guys are not. We're watching you. I see you.
Yep. Make sure you go over to airsoftgi.com, pick up all your airsoft goodies. If you want to pre-order the TAC-9, by all means, go ahead. If there are other airsoft guns that we've shown in the past, go check them out. They're more than likely available, and you can find some sweet deals over there and pick up all of your essentials like green gas, BBs, CO2, things like that. They help keep the lights on, help us make these entertaining and informative videos for you guys. But other than that, my name is Cisco.
And Isaias.
We'll catch you guys later, Mayo Gang.
Take it easy, guys.
Peace, y'all.